just like if the mom was on the nest. Now, another thing that the mom has to do is protect the eggs. Because there are some wild animals on the farm that like to eat eggs, like skunks or raccoons, or even a coyote might eat a chicken. So the mama hen has to protect the eggs. Usually, the chickens are friendly, and I can pick up my chickens and I can pet them, but if they're sitting on eggs and I try to touch them, they're going to try to bite me. Their job as a mom is to protect the babies. So I protected them today by wrapping them up in some tissue. So let me take that off, because now everyone here is going to be the farmers and protect these. Now, we can all help protect them. We don't have to worry about animals in the library, but we do have to worry about the eggs cracking. So we want to be really careful around the incubator. But let me show you what your eggs look like. So you have a white egg. So this might look like an egg that you might get at the grocery store and eat. Right before you guys came, we were saying that your grocery store eggs, those won't be babies. There's no babies in the grocery store eggs, but these can be babies. You also have brown eggs. You can sometimes get those at the grocery store. This brown egg is really interesting looking. This one has little freckles on it and even lines, or maybe that's from a chicken foot scratching it. And then you also have two of these light blue eggs. And these are chickens too. So eggs can come in all different colors, and chickens come in all different colors. So on my picture, we see a little yellow chick, but that doesn't mean that that's the type of chickens that we're going to have hatch here. We might have some yellow ones, but we might have some red ones or brown ones or black ones or striped ones or spotted ones. All different chickens lay different colored eggs. So our incubator is going to heat up the egg just like a mom sitting on it, and then we're going to protect it. And then the mom also has to turn the eggs over. She uses her feet and she uses her beak to roll the eggs. So your machine is going to roll the eggs for you. So it'll make a noise, and it might even make it while I'm talking. It'll go beep, beep, and all the eggs will turn one way. They're just going to roll over, and then they'll roll back. That way, while the chicks are growing, you can see how squished up they are in there. If they're always laying on the same side, then that side might not form right. So we want their wings to form right and their feet to form right. So by turning the egg over all the time, then that lets all their parts grow. And then there's also a little cup, and the librarians will add some water to the cup, and that will make sure that the little skin under the shell, you can kind of see it there, that is nice and soft, so that when the chick is ready to poke through, the chick can't come out. So instead of growing in the nest, they're going to grow inside here, and then they're going to get ready to hatch. So about this day, all of a sudden, the chick starts breathing. When we're born, we don't breathe until we come out, until we're born. But the chick starts breathing when it's inside the egg. So when they breathe in, they breathe in a part of the air. It's called oxygen. And then they breathe out a gas. Has a big name, carbon dioxide. But the gas is going to build up like a little balloon in there. And they're going to start breathing the gas. Well, when they breathe the gas, they're not supposed to breathe the gas. We want to breathe oxygen, not the gas.
Mommy,
so it makes their body start moving like this.
Yeah?
Once they start breathing the gas, their body starts having muscle spasms. What do you think happens once their body does this? What do you think? With their funny little beak, they're going like this.
Trying to crack the egg.
Yeah, they're going to start pecking out. So the chicks aren't thinking about being born. It has to do with them breathing. once they start breathing and they breathe up all the oxygen and fill it up with gas, that gets those muscles going. Scientists say they might have to peck it 1,000 times before they get the first crack. So once they're in there and they're moving, you might start seeing your eggs wiggle a little bit. And then once they start breathing, their voices work. Beep, 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 beep. Inside the eggs, they'll start peeping. That lets us know it's going to happen really soon. And then the first part that's going to come out is the little beak. Fresh air. Sometimes their body has to get used to that fresh air, and that makes them take a nap. So if they're pecking, and then you don't see them for a little while, they're just sleeping. And then they'll peck again, and it's not just their beak that moves, but their feet move too. So when they're pecking, they're actually going to spin all the way around in a circle inside the egg. And so that's going to crack it all the way around, and then the shell will come off and your little chick will come out and it'll be all wet. So we're not going to take the chicks out of the incubator when we're wet. We're going to let them stay in there until they get all dry and fluffy. So this won't happen all at once. It might take a couple of hours for your chick to even get its head poked out. And then to crack all the way around the shell might take a couple hours. And then a couple hours for the chicks to dry. So they're going to be active in there for maybe 1 or 2 days till all the chicks hatch. And then once they're dry and fluffy like this, you can see that they walk. So some babies can't walk when they're born, but other babies can. So chickens are one of the animals that they can walk right away. So that means it's going to get a little bit silly inside your incubator, because you'll have some chickens hatching and some chickens walking and some chickens sleeping and some still inside their egg all at the same time. So once a chick hatches, then we're going to take it out and put it in the cage. So let me tell you when we can expect to see our chicks hatch. So today is the 14th. Right there. And we put the eggs in the incubator on the 2nd. So they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days incubating. That means your baby chicks look like this right now. So they have all their parts already, but they have a lot of growing to do and a lot of egg to eat. You can see how much egg is still left in this shell. They're going to absorb it all with those little veins and then keep on growing. So we have, about a week and a day or 2, because then they'll hatch about June 23rd. Now, more often than not, the chicks are early rather than late. So if you're going to come back to the library, I would plan to come back on the 22nd, because you'll probably see some action, and then things will probably be finishing up on the 23rd. And that's when the chicks will be popping out of their shell. And then they're going to stay here at the library for a whole week. So you'll get to come as many times as you want and check in with them, and then we'll come pick them up on the 30th. So we have to know how to take care of these chickens. They're going to live here for a whole week. So what do you think? What should we give the chickens to keep them healthy? What do you think? What would they need? You know? What does she think? What do you think? What do we have to give to the chickens to keep them healthy? Do chickens like to eat, do you think? They do, don't they? Well, we have some chicken food for the chickens. This is baby chicken food. Now, adult chickens, they like to eat bird seed and worms all day long. On my farm, the chickens scratch their feet at the ground to try to dig up worms. But a little baby chicken is too small to eat a big worm. So we take all the good stuff that they're used to eating, and then we make it into little tiny pieces. I see some yellow pieces of corn in here because their mouth is so small. And we're going to give it to them in this. So this will be their food. Now, chickens don't have special breakfast or lunchtime like we do, so they're just going to eat all day long. We'll just leave that in the pen with them. Well, what do you think chickens like to drink? What do you think? What do chickens like to drink?
How about what?
Water. Yep.
Déjala ya.
Since chickens didn't grow in their mom's belly, their moms don't make milk for them. So they only get to drink water. So this is where their water is going to be. And the water will kind of come out into this little bottom. And while you're here, I want you to see if you can catch them drinking, because it's kind of fun. Their beak isn't like a straw, it's like a spoon. So they have to scoop and they hold their head up. So they kind of drink in a funny way. They drink like that. So see if you can watch them drink. Now, do you think, can we potty train a chicken? Some animals can be potty trained. Cats and dogs, even a pig or a rabbit can be potty trained. A chicken can't. So chickens are going to kind of poop wherever they go. So whenever you take care of an animal, you have to think about, where's it going to poop? And am I going to clean it up? So we're going to clean up their poop by letting them poop on the paper towels. So we'll spread that all around. But the paper towels do something else too. When a chick is born, it's really flexible because it had to fit inside a little egg. So its legs are really soft. So we never want to put a chicken on someplace soft, or I'm sorry, someplace slippery like this table, because their little chicken legs could just spread apart like that and not be able to get back together. So the paper towels will keep them from sliding. And we're going to give them some hay. Chickens love hay. They'll walk on it, they'll eat it, they might even play with it a little bit. And so that'll go on top of the paper towels for them. And that'll make a nice soft place for them to sleep too. But the chickens also need to stay warm. They don't use blankets. They would usually use their mom's feathers. They would hide under their mom's wings to stay warm. But this is going to be like their little heater. And the little chicks will walk under here and they'll sleep under there, all cuddled up. So that'll get nice and warm for the chickens. So that's what they need to be able to be healthy and happy while they're here. Yep, that'll be their food and their water. Now let me show you a couple other things. And you guys will probably like these. So since we still have a week to wait, I brought some things that you can check out while we're waiting for the chicks to hatch. So on our poster, they don't hatch until day 21. 21 days that mama hen has to sit on that nest. So every day, those little chicks are changing. When she first, they're not in order. They got moved around in the car. Let's see what this one is. That's day 1. So this is what it looks like when they first hatch, or when they first are laid. So you can check out these eggs, and every day they change. So I'll put this aside, and you can explore all the different ways that they change throughout the 21 days. Oh, look at that one. He's already grown big. So that'll be fun. And then we're going to do one other thing here too. This is a way you can kind of peek inside these real eggs. So there's a little flashlight in there, and I'm going to put an egg inside there. So I'll hold it, okay? I'll hold it because I'll put an egg in there. And we'll see if we can see the little baby growing inside.